You just completed your tax return. Now it's time to say what happens next. You just finished with your advisor. You had a lengthy conversation. You've learned a few things through the process, and it looks like the return is about where you want it to be at. So what is the next step once you leave our office with your tax advisor? Well, the next step is going to actually be to pay the invoice. So we kind of walk you through what that process is, what methods of payments do we take, and what are those options you have, and what happens if you don't have all the information you need at the time of your tax appointment. Could that payment change? In many cases it could, sometimes it's not. What we try to do at Molen and Associates is actually give you a good faith estimate of what that payment amount is gonna be once you complete the tax appointment on the day you do the tax appointment. So let me repeat that. Once you actually do the tax appointment, the advisor is going to tell you, here's my good faith estimate of what you should owe us for our tax services. So you walk out of the building, you have a pretty good understanding of what that amount's going to be for our services. We're pretty upfront about it, so I'm going to kind of walk you through that process as well, what methods of payments you use, and how that actually works out. So once the appointment is completed, again, you walk to the front counter, and we're going to actually take the payment in full at that stage. Option we have there is going to be payments in full at the counter. We take all major credit cards, Visa, MasterCard, Discovery, American Express, any form of cash we accept, and we also accept checks. So any method of payment, we would accept that. If you had a money order, we'll take that as well in that regard. So we take those payments for you up front in that regard, and we settle the payment before you leave the building. There might be times in which you still may owe money. And the question, why would I owe money if you actually have advised me how much I have to pay? Through the tax appointment, we're going to check if there's documentations missing. Sometimes you might have other documents that you need to bring in, and it could change the complexity of the tax return. If that happens, we could owe your refund back, or you could owe additional payments to us. We would try to spell it out to you up front so that you would have that. So the first method of payment was in the office, on site, in person. The next option we have is through our portal system. It's a secure website where you actually go in, you have a password you plug in, the invoice is placed on the portal, and you can actually make payments through the portal. Same methods as through in person. It's all major credit cards. The only difference there is that you cannot use a check and you cannot use cash naturally through the electronic process. The third method is going to be you can actually submit the payment to us via the telephone. You can give us a call, our friendly staff up front. Again, it's a secure process. We're going to ask you for your credit card information. We're going to process it for you. We're going to give you an authorization code to say the payment has been accepted, and then we're going to actually complete the tax return for you in that manner. Once the payment is made in full, we actually go through a 7-day process. We deep dive into your tax return, and we actually give you a copy of the tax return for you to take a look at it. You sign off on it. We send it off to the IRS, and hopefully you're in a refund balance. Or if you do owe money, we're going to actually explain it to you as well. We're paid in full. You're happy. We look forward to doing business with you the following year. Hope this video has been helpful to you. If you have additional questions, feel free to give us a call, 281-440-6279. Thank you.